Hello everyone and welcome back to Ly Tu Tien Review. We hope you're all doing well and staying healthy wherever you are today. So are you ready for another emotional roller coaster? Because today's episode is absolutely packed with drama that will leave you on the edge of your seat. The evidence Jack submitted to the police has finally caught up with Toan. And let me tell you, justice is knocking at his door. But here's what we're all dying to know. Will this be enough to expose the full truth about Tu Tien's accident? Can Toan wiggle his way out of this one? Or is this finally the end of his schemes? And what about Vinh, who worked for Toan but has now come forward? Will he be shown mercy for his honesty, or will he face the full weight of the law? Meanwhile, Jack and Tu Tien are enjoying their peaceful life together. But can this tranquility last? Or is there another storm brewing on the horizon? If you're as curious as we are about how this unfolds, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop your predictions in the comments below because we absolutely love reading your theories. Now, let's dive right into today's recap. The episode opens with such a tender and heartwarming scene that you can't help but smile. It's early morning and we see Tu Tien and Jack starting their day together in the most loving way possible. The cold weather outside makes their warmth toward each other even more touching. Tu Tien, always the caring partner, asks Jack if he needs an extra coat because it's so chilly outside. But Jack, ever the practical one, assures her he'll be fine since he's driving and will be working indoors at the office anyway. Still, Tu Tien can't help but worry, telling him to only do light work around the house and not to go far. Jack's response is absolutely adorable as he says he doesn't want to be away from her at all. And they share a sweet embrace before he has to leave. Tu Tien wishes him luck with his work, and Jack drives off, leaving her at home but with a promise to call if she needs anything. These quiet moments between them really show the depth of their connection and how much they cherish each other. After Jack leaves, Tu Tien finds herself alone, but certainly not idle. She finishes up the morning housework and then starts thinking about what else she can do with her day. She considers going to harvest vegetables and heading to the market, but she knows Jack would worry about her going too far. Then she remembers something from a few days ago, when she found some good cassava plants. Her eyes light up with an idea. She decides to go harvest cassava and bring it home to process. She plans to slice it up, dry it in the sun, and make several different dishes from it. Why cassava, you ask? Well, it's because Jack mentioned he really loves eating it. Tu Tien also recalls the charity trip they took to help children, and seeing those kids enjoy the cassava treats made her so happy. She figures that with the sunny weather today, she can dry the cassava, and if everything goes well, she might even be able to make cakes tonight to sell at the market tomorrow. Whatever's left, she'll cook into special dishes for Jack to enjoy. So off she goes to the cassava garden she had scouted earlier. When she arrives, she gets right to work, cutting down the plants and digging up the roots. As she works, she's genuinely impressed by the quality of these cassava plants. They're the sticky variety, perfect for making delicious cakes. She manages to harvest several large clusters, enough to fill an entire basket, and she's thrilled because these cassavas are both delicious and healthy-looking. She even makes a mental note that when harvest season comes around, she should get some seedlings to plant at home. The whole time she's working, you can see the joy on her face. This isn't just about the cassava. It's about creating something special for the person she loves. As Tu Tien works in the garden, her thoughts drift to how blessed she feels. Her life has become so fulfilling and happy since Jack came into it. She reflects on how she always feels his warmth and love, even when he's not physically there. Having him by her side has transformed her world into something beautiful and meaningful. These quiet moments of gratitude really highlight Tu Tien's genuine and appreciative nature. She's not taking any of this for granted. She recognizes how lucky she is to have found such a caring partner who supports her in everything she does. Now let's shift gears to Jack's day, which is about to take a very serious turn. Jack arrives at the Dak Chan construction site with his assistant, Hiep, to inspect the progress of this crucial project. As they walk through the site, Hiep reports that the project is about 50% complete, and the ground leveling work looks quite even and well done. Jack, always the perfectionist and responsible manager, immediately starts pointing out the critical areas that need attention. He emphasizes the importance of monitoring weak soil zones and stresses that they must use only high-quality soil that meets standards, specifically clay and red soil. Any substandard soil absolutely cannot be used, and they need to pay close attention to soil settlement levels. This project is incredibly important, and the timeline is tight. So Jack urges everyone to work hard to prevent any problems from occurring. He checks on the machinery, which thankfully is all running smoothly and operating normally. The partner from the project also arrives, and they discuss the progress together. Everyone seems pleased with how things are moving along. The goal is clear. If they maintain this pace, they can finish the ground leveling in about 2 months and hand it back to the investor. And most importantly, the workers can go home early for Tet celebrations. Jack discusses resolving some remaining land issues with local residents and emphasizes pushing forward quickly while the weather is sunny and dry. Just when everything seems to be going smoothly with work, Jack receives an unexpected phone call. It's Comrade Thu from the police station. Jack's expression changes as he answers, and Comrade Thu asks if he's available to come to the station right away. They need Jack to provide additional information for their investigation into Toan's case. Jack agrees immediately, saying he'll come right over. Before heading to the police station, Jack makes sure to grab all the documents and evidence files related to Toan's company that caused him trouble. This is it, folks. The moment we've all been waiting for. At the police station, the atmosphere is tense and electric. Toan is being interrogated, and his attitude is absolutely defiant and challenging. He's demanding to see his lawyer and acting aggressive toward the officers. But the police remain professional and firm. The officer in charge tells Toan directly that they've already collected sufficient evidence to convict him, asking if he has anything to say. But Toan just keeps insisting he wants his lawyer, even getting physically agitated. Meanwhile, in another room, Vinh, who used to work for Toan, is giving his statement. And here's where things get really interesting. Vinh admits that he only started working for Toan recently, but by chance, he encountered Jack, who turned out to be his family's benefactor. This revelation made him realize that what he was doing was wrong, and he deeply regrets his actions. The police commend Vinh for coming forward truthfully and indicate they'll consider showing him leniency because he recognized his mistake and turned back from the wrong path. Then Jack arrives and is brought in to supplement his testimony. He recounts the entire incident at Min Huang Cafe, where he was invited to sign a contract for what seemed like a legitimate business deal with a large company. But after discussing the work and signing the contract, he was served a lemon drink, and after that, he remembers nothing. Thankfully, Vinh was there and helped him in that critical situation. Jack has brought all the files and evidence showing Toan's company was behind this scheme, and he's formally handed everything over to the police. He emphasizes that he wants this matter handled strictly according to the law. However, and this really shows Jack's character, he also asks for mercy for Vinh. Jack explains that while he knows what Vinh did was legally wrong, Vinh recognized his error and turned around. Jack has known Vinh for quite a long time and knows he's not truly a bad person. In this situation, Jack says he'll take full responsibility and wants to vouch for Vinh, asking the authorities to consider leniency. The police assure Jack that while Vinh did break the law, they'll review his cooperation and honesty when making their decision. As Jack prepares to leave, he tells Vinh to continue being honest and forthcoming with everything that happened, expressing his faith that Vinh will do the right thing. Vinh promises to call Jack after he's released. Meanwhile, Toan is led away to temporary detention, and justice appears to be finally catching up with him. While all that intense drama is unfolding at the police station, back at home, Tu Tien is completely absorbed in her labor of love. The weather has turned beautifully sunny, perfect for her plans. She gets to work right away, slicing the cassava into thin pieces so they can dry properly. She spreads them out in the sun, hoping they'll be dry enough by evening to make cakes. But cassava isn't just for drying today. Tu Tien has ambitious plans to cook multiple dishes using this versatile root vegetable. She's already soaked some rice earlier in the morning, and now she's going to make cassava sticky rice. Before diving into cooking, she takes a sweet moment to feed her pets, Mew the cat and Vang the dog. It's adorable watching her care for them, and Vang even seems interested in Mew's food. Tu Tien also prepares some tea, boiling water to have something warm to drink. You can see she's in such a happy, energetic mood, humming as she works, and clearly excited about surprising Jack with all these special dishes. At some point during the day, Tu Tien also makes a practical trip to visit a stone supplier. She's looking at natural stones for paving the pathways around their farm. The shop owner shows her various types of decorative stones, explaining which ones work best for different spaces. There are smaller stones for narrow paths and larger ones for wider areas, all with anti-slip properties. Tu Tien carefully examines the options, takes photos of the different stone types, and collects the contact information. She plans to go home, create a detailed design, and then send it to the supplier to calculate the total quantity needed. It's clear she's thinking about improving their home environment and making everything more beautiful and functional. Back in the kitchen, Tu Tien's cooking marathon begins in earnest. She prepares cassava sticky rice, fried cassava cakes, and cassava sweet soup with ginger. The kitchen fills with amazing aromas as she fries shallots for the sticky rice and carefully prepares each component. She's adding ginger to keep everything warming and healthy for the cold weather. Just as she's deep in her cooking, Jack comes home earlier than expected. Tu Tien greets him warmly, telling him she's not making regular rice today, but instead has prepared several unique cassava dishes. Jack immediately offers to help, and despite Tu Tien saying she can manage, he insists on watering the vegetables and flowers in the garden. The evening becomes this beautiful collaborative effort. Jack helps pound the cooked cassava into a smooth paste for the sweet soup, while Tu Tien continues with the other dishes. They work side by side, shaping cassava balls together, reminiscing about how Jack used to make similar dumplings with his mother when he was young. The atmosphere is so warm and intimate, filled with laughter and easy conversation. They discuss Jack's plans to pave the pathways with stone, his mother spending time with Uncle Dung, and Jack's hope that their mother might find happiness again. When everything is finally ready, they sit down together to enjoy this feast Tu Tien has created. Jack is absolutely blown away by her cooking skills, praising every single dish. He even suggests she could sell these at the market because they're so delicious. The fried cassava cakes are crispy, with perfectly caramelized shallots. The sticky rice is fragrant and tender, and the sweet soup is warming with just the right amount of ginger. As they eat together, sharing bites and talking about their day, you can feel the genuine love and contentment between them. This is what happiness looks like, pure and simple. And so we come to the end of another beautiful yet dramatic episode in Jack and Tu Tien's journey. Their life together seems to be growing more complete and harmonious with each passing day. The warmth of their relationship, the care they show each other, and the simple joy they find in everyday moments like cooking together truly touches our hearts. Meanwhile, on the justice front, Toan has finally been arrested and detained. The wheels of justice are turning, and it seems like the evidence Jack provided is strong enough to hold Toan accountable for his crimes. This is definitely a victory worth celebrating. But here's where things get interesting, and we need your thoughts on this. Is this really the end of Toan's schemes? Or could he have some cards left to play, even from behind bars? Will the full truth about Tu Tien's accident finally come to light through this investigation? What will happen to Vinh, who chose honesty over loyalty to Toan? Will the authorities show him the mercy Jack asked for? And most importantly, can Jack and Tu Tien truly rest easy now? Or is there another storm waiting just around the corner? These questions keep us all on edge.